Hey guys, welcome back to Always KK, where I'm always Kadeja and it's always Kadeja, not always KK. But that's cute too, isn't it? Welcome back to Always Kadeja, where I'm always Kadeja and you're always you. And as you see by the title, today we're going to talk about learning how to balance when you are trying to follow your dreams, work, do school, whatever. So, hi, my name's Kadeja, and if you are interested in learning about, motivation, lifestyle, really learning how to be the best version of yourself and also following your dreams while, trying to do the everyday things, please follow and subscribe because we're on this journey together. Okay, let's get into the video. One thing about me is I'm gonna give you a story time before probably anything because I want you to know that I can relate to this, because why would I give you something that I don't relate to? You know what I'm saying? So currently I am 21 years old and I am a junior in college, about to be a senior next semester. So about to be graduating, not really trying to think about it right now. I am working currently. I have classes. I have an internship. Oh, also, I am trying to be a social media influencer, start my own business, starting to get back into dancing, and I'm involved with literally like everything on campus. I'm involved with like 2 to 3 things right now, so that's like more than 10 things, and trying to have a social life, and things just keep piling up. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna give you about 8 tips of how to balance all these things, because I know that sometimes it can be hard to do everything at once because we're human and we're not robots. Like this, I think society pushes us to be this robotic person, and we not robotic. I'm not saying I'm perfect because I'm not. There are times where I do way too much or I do way too little. So disclaimer, you're human, so you're not gonna be perfect. Take what resonates and take what doesn't. Okay. So think about all the things that you wanna do and all the things that you are doing, like things that you want to do, like put it in a category, things that you want to do and things that you're already doing. So let's just say you want to do social media, I don't know, own a business, and then you're not doing that yet, but something you are doing, I'm going to school, or I'm working, or I have a family, whatever, what the case may be. Put that in 2 sections. I always put things in 3s. I would recommend doing 1 to 3 things that you want to do. So for example, here are 3 things. I want to get back into dancing. I want to start my social media business, and I want to focus on school. Obviously, there are things you have to do. Like I have to go, like I work to obviously make money, or, I have an internship to help me. Like think about the things that you have to do. Like they're non-negotiables, like going to work, going to school, doing your homework, going to those are non-negotiables. And things that you want to do, but you don't really have to do, like going to the gym, or creating an influence, social media, or I don't know, doing a technical skill, like something that you don't really have to do, but it's something you've always wanted to do. Put it in sections. So one thing that I do, like this is what I am starting this year, is maybe for the first 3 to 4 months of the year, I focus on these things. And if I feel like I have mastered it, or feel like I have made a level enough to move on to the next thing, then the next 3 to 4 months I would focus on something else. Society will push on you that you have to do it now, or it's too, it'll be too late. And I get it to an extent, but also too that you have your whole life. I mean, obviously we don't know when we're gonna pass away, but the mindset is you have your whole life ahead of you. What you're gonna do is try to do all these things and you're not gonna accomplish anything, is because you are trying to be Superwoman and Superman, but that's not the case. So I would focus on 1 to 3 things and just focus on those for a good 3 to 4 months, and you could see if you like it. You can see if you are an expert at it, or you've gotten better, or you are to a point where you would go to the next thing. But if you're not, then continue to work on that. It is totally okay to switch up, do whatever. So my recommendation is focus on a couple things at a time and then grow from there. I would recommend do not focus on more than 2 things a day. Now, there are some days where you may be busy, And I will get into this a little bit later, but it's okay. We are not gonna hit our goals every day. Life does not care about your vision board sometimes. So sometimes life be lifing. So I would say don't focus on no more than 2 things a day that you want to do. So for example, let's just say you want to do content creation, or you want to dance. For day 1, you just focus on brainstorming. You don't have to brainstorm film, if that's what you want to do, whatever, but do like a little bit of stuff at a time. So like maybe you take an hour to brainstorm like what your content is for the day. And then for dance, you take an hour to like learn how to dance, or like learn a dance move, or like go to a dance class, and that would be complete. And you spend 2 to 3 hours, because it adds up. Okay, so think about this. You work on your goals each 1 hour a day. That's 2 hours basically. 7 days out of the week, that's 14, right? So 14 times 4 is 56. So that means you spent about 56 hours that month. It may not seem like a lot, but that is a lot. The next thing is there will be some late nights, but listen to your body. Okay, now I'm just gonna be 100% honest with you. When people are like, oh, make sure you get 8 hours of sleep, or make sure you get, you do need sleep to function. But the reality is, if you're literally following your dreams, and if you're working in the morning and then you have school and then you have homework and then you have to do this, girl, most 9 out of 10 times you're not gonna get 8 hours of sleep. Of course, you do have to sacrifice some things. Like some weekends you may not be able to go out, or some weekend, you may have to save your money a little bit more, or you may have to, I don't know what the case may be. But let me tell you this, honey. That example, let's say you work 8 hours, you have an 8-hour shift, okay? Your shift is from, let's say 6 a.m., 8 hours, 6 a.m. to about 2, 3 p.m., 8, 9 hours, Then you have to go to class, and you may have 2, 3 classes a day. Your class may end around 6 or 7. You are exhausted, you are tired, so you decide to take a nap to rest your body. And it's about 9, 10 o'clock. And you have to wake up again at 6 a.m. You may gotta sacrifice some sleep sometimes. You may have to take 1 or 2 hours, or you may have to go the whole night to really work on that. I'm not saying not every night, because your body's gonna crash. Like, you are gonna crash eventually, because that's what happens to me a lot. Like, I'll work really hard and then my body just crashing, and I sleep all day because I'm tired, sleep dip. So my advice to you with this is maybe 1 to 3 nights where you are able, you can stay up a little bit longer. Like, oh, I may not have work the next day, or I don't have as many classes the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's just not, I've never heard anybody, if you can have 8 hours of sleep every day and be slept well and follow your dream, girl, all for it. But obviously there's just gonna be times where you're gonna have late nights. I'm not condoning, energy drinks, coffee, caffeine. I'm not condoning. I do it. It's not healthy, but hey, it is what it is. Do what you gotta do. Obviously, it's legal. Make it legal. Make sure it's something that, it's legal. And you kind of just have to, you may gotta take a nap, do what you gotta do. So that's just that. You know how people say batching content? You film all day, and then you so you don't have to film on separate days, that type of thing, batching. So you do it all in one day. And for me, it ain't for me batching, because I'm doing something. Like, I have classes, I have work, I have my internship, I have so many things that batching is a little hard for me. I can do it more on the weekends, but it's not really that realistic to me for my life right now. So I just put it out there, because for some people, you may have a day, you may work 6 days out of the week, and the only off day you have is a Sunday. maybe that Sunday you can use it to, you know, film and edit all your content, or use that day to, like, you know, get caught up on homework, or, you know, really practice your dancing. So I think batching life is not a bad thing. I think for some people it works, some people it doesn't. I think this is more for people who really just don't have time. Like, their day is so packed. You know, there's people that are working 3 jobs, have kids, whatever the case may be. So I would recommend, if every single day if you're working 6 days, 5 days, maybe try to find 1 or 2 days where you can just work on your goals all day and that's all you're focused on. The next step is reflect and adjust. So what do I mean by this? I think you're not gonna get it right the first time. That's something I will always say. I have been doing goal setting since I was in 7th grade. So I'm 21, I was 12, that was 9, that's almost 10 years. I've been learning how to goal set, and I'm just now finding my groove and my rhythm. And one thing I'll say is, not every day is gonna work. There will be days where you will not hit your goals the way that you want to. There will be days where it doesn't work. So be okay with messing up. Be okay with not having the answer. As long as you try and figure out what you like and don't like, then that's when you get better, because you're not gonna be perfect the first time. Find time to do a little bit of self-care each day, even if it's 10 minutes. This kind of goes back to the sleeping thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, there will be days and times where you're not able to really get the sleep that you need. And, you know, maybe each day, you know, if you just have a 30-minute break, use that 30 minutes to take a nap. Or what I do, I work out about 3 times a week, because working out every day just isn't in my schedule. I'll try to, like, do a little bit of movement, but really going to the gym is 3 times a week. And I will increase gradually. But I would recommend just simply doing small things, like 10 minutes. Maybe use 10 minutes to stretch, or use that 5 minutes to write down, meditate, do something that you like, or go for a walk, because that sometimes helps you get your creative juices out, but that helps you, like, find time for your mind. Do not sleep on automation. Now, a lot of people talk about how AI is gonna ruin the world and whatever. All I gotta say is, you better learn how to work with it, because it's here, it is the future, and it's something that's not gonna go away anytime soon. My recommendation is to make your life a little bit easier, do things that has AI. ChatGPT is probably one of the biggest sources that I use, because sometimes if I need help coming up with ideas, ChatGPT will help create ideas or create a schedule for you. If you're trying to figure out how to work a schedule, you can literally ask ChatGPT, hey, I'm doing this X, Y, and Z. How can I make this in a schedule? What schedule would work for me? Do not sleep on automation. I promise you, it will change. Like, there's apps where if you're trying to schedule a post, you know, sometimes we just forget stuff. If you don't have time to edit that day, or you don't have time to literally sit there and, like, really give your, sometimes you just have to do it. Like, CapCut will literally save your life. So, or, you know, like, do a little, like, if you're doing a little get ready with me today, and you're like, oh damn, I don't really have the time to sit and edit, just do CapCut. You'll be done in like 10 minutes. It's like groceries. Go to Walmart, pick what you want, do the pickup, and you can pick up your groceries. So it's easier and it's quicker, and you're more able to, like, do what you need to do. My last and final tip is, it is okay not to finish your goals, but finish them. Be flexible. This kind of goes back to, life does not care about your vision board. Things will happen. Sometimes you got to get called into work. Sometimes, you know, that assignment took a little bit longer than needed. There's always something that just pops, and that's just kind of what life is. But my advice to you is, before you go to the next goal, keep having that goal until you finish it. So let's just say your goal, maybe on Tuesdays, you're supposed to do arm day, and this Tuesday you weren't able to because you had a family emergency or something like that. Do those arms until, like, if you have to push it to Wednesday, do the arms on Wednesday. If you have to push it to Thursday, do them arms on Thursday, and then move to the next thing. Because our problem is we open way too many projects. I do this sometimes. We're like, oh, you know, I didn't get to do this often. Aren't you tired of having unfinished projects? We want to finish it. So if you weren't able to do it today, if you weren't able to brainstorm, like if your brainstorming time is usually on Mondays, which if you need to brainstorm content on Monday and you just weren't able to, well, brainstorm that content on Tuesday. Like, do not try to skip steps, because then you're not going to want to finish it. Finish it until you get there. Finish the goal. That goal will be finished. Even if it takes you to the end of the week, finish that damn goal. But that's all for today. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you learned something, and hope that, you know, I wish you luck on your journey. And you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok. I have another channel. It's a podcast. It's more dealing with entertainment. So if you're interested in being in the entertainment industry or something of that nature, please follow and subscribe. And everything will be linked down below, or I'll just put it up here. And I can't wait to see you guys next week. And thank you for watching. If you have any topics or tips that you want to hear, please let me know. Thank you.